Hi, I'm Matty Dawes and I've been a Sonubait consultant now for nearly 3 years. So here's a little bit more about myself. So my hobbies and my work outside of fishing. First of all, my work, I work for Airbus, which is based in Broughton, the plant. It's where I grew up actually, so it's a bit weird working where I grew up and seeing everyone that worked there, and I know a lot of people there. So I've just recently qualified an aircraft fitter, and basically what that entails is just building the wings for Airbus. They get sent across to Toulouse and put together, and then what you guys go on holiday with. Hobbies outside of fishing, I'd say I like playing football in the week, 5 and 7 aside. Really enjoy that. It's competitive, physical. I need to get in, like running, stuff like that. I really enjoy it. Also, coinciding that, I love taking the dog for a walk. Got a little cocker spaniel. Love going on walks of her, say like Alwyn Reservoir, Llandegla, Delamere Forest, places where there's probably you don't really see many people early morning, late at night, and it's just nice to get out. No phone signal there. Sometimes go with the missus, have a chat with her. It's just nice to have a bit of time away from fishing as well. But one thing I like doing as well, which coincides with when you go fishing as well, when we go away on festivals and stuff like that, is going out and eating at restaurants. So you go to some fantastic places. And there's one thing I enjoy, it's whether it's going out with the missus or the lads when we're fishing, just getting some good food is enjoyable, to be fair. How I would describe my angling style would be confident and aggressive, and what I mean by this is aggressive, I mean I like to feed a lot of bait, catch loads of fish, and this coincides with the confidence thing. I've spent a lot of time around some brilliant anglers in the past, and the only way these anglers manage to win and get the best out of the pegs is being confident in the methods of fishing. So what I like to do, say I get to my peg, set up 2 or 3 different lines and just be confident these are going to work. Some days it kicks you in the arse and you don't catch enough to win, but then the other days at least you know you're going to the match and you're fishing to win, and that's the most important thing. My first ever matching was actually at Western Pools Fishery on, I think it was, they used to run like a junior event, and it was on, I can remember it like it was yesterday. I was 14 years old, just started really match fishing. I've been in the club and done a few matches but not done very well, and I was progressing to do more. I got an injury with football, so I wanted to do fishing a little bit more, and my first matchman is where I got my taste for it really. This is because I was on 6 on Stretton. Now back in them days, I think it was 13 years ago it would be, there was a lot of smaller carp in there, but also they stocked the barbel. Now one thing was, the barbel weren't allowed in the nets at the time. They were about 2 ounces, just because they were new. Mike didn't want to get them battered and they wanted to keep them in top condition. So at the time I didn't feed any maggots, I chose to feed meat. I caught some carp, little carp, I think I caught like 30 fish. I think I weighed 24 pounds, I won the match. Now I think this is where it started my bug for match fishing off. That little edge changing to meat because it was allowed back then. I've caught bigger, better fish instead of catching these barbel now and again, where people around me were catching smaller barbel, wasting time, and I think that's what gave me the bug to come match fishing. That little edge, that result of winning just spurred me on to keep going. My all-time favourite venue has got to be here at Western Pools. It's something special to me. It's actually, I've fished here since I was 13, 14, I've still come to the day, and every time I come now I still really enjoy it. I think it's got me into it because I had the bug for it. It's where we used to come on all the opens. We used to fish it 3 or 4 times a week. It was varied fishing, so we could catch loads of barbel, loads of carp, loads of F1s, loads of eyes, and it just sort of spurred me onto the match fishing scene sort of thing. And I think I still enjoy it now when I come down. I still come down pleasuring a few times. I couldn't name another venue, to be fair. It's been really good to me and I just enjoy coming. Now my greatest angling achievement has got to be the Pole Fishing Masters back in 2018. Now for a commercial angler, for me this is the one event that everyone wants to win. You've got people like Andy Bennett, Jamie Hughes, Connor Barlow, Johnny Arthur from last year on the trophy. There's some great anglers. There's some great anglers not even managed to win the event and still go down, like the Paul Hollands, the Will Raisins, Lee Kerrys, Matt Godfreys, all of them have been on the Pole Masters in the past before. And to me, it's ideally the best commercial event of the country. In June time, at Tunnelbarn Farm, and now Tunnelbarn's been a great venue to me, been really good to me as well, but to win that, I think that's got to be my greatest achievement. Three products that I couldn't be without from the Sonubaits range. It's going to be, first of all, 2mm Thin Perfect pellets. I go fishing on a lot of venues where I'm fishing for carp and F1s in shallow water. Now 2mm is a great bait for catching these, and this coincides with the next one, which is a 4mm Pro Expander. These two baits put together catch thousands of fish over the country, and they've caught me thousands over the years. And the final one I probably wouldn't go to any commercial without now is the Match Method Mix Original. It's just got the nice balance of your fish meals, your pellets in there, and the fish just love eating it. I've had some great success on it, catching some big carp up to say £20, and also loads of F1s, say £1, so it's a nice versatile mix. I've even caught a lot of skimmers and bream in it, so it's just a nice mix, and like I said before, I like to be confident in what I'm using, so they're my three products for Sonubaits that I couldn't be without. Now my ultimate team of four, first of all I'm going to go with Andy Bennett. I've fished with him for a number of years, and he's just attention to detail and his precision of getting the methods right on the day and understanding how fish feed is just ridiculous. I don't think I've ever met anyone as good as that as him. He just catches fish from, people saying he catches F1s, he catches carp. I've been still fishing with him as well. He just bashes you up in all sorts of fishing. So he'd be the first one I put in my team. Second one is Jamie Hughes. I've grew up learning off Jamie and speaking to him, and he just, like I said, he's like sort of the Messi Ronaldo sort of situation with him and Bagger, because you can't put the difference between them. They're too good. They've won so much between them, but Jamie's attention to detail, like Bagger's, and his relentlessness to get methods right is just second to none. And then the third one I'm going to say Will Raisin, because when we fished at Tunnelbarn, I thought preparation, attention to detail was quite high level. Then I fished with Will at Tunnel and it was just ridiculous. I think one time he was up at 6 in the morning doing the water temperatures where we were still in bed. So his dedication to the sport, you can't not leave him out. And then the fourth one, I'm going to have to put myself in, because why not? Fish with them. I'll probably be carried by them three, but they've got big shoulders, so they'll be all right. One venue, one species of catch for the rest of my life. I'd probably go, it's going to throw a spanner in the works this, because I fish a lot of commercial venues and F1s and carp, but I'd probably go to Hatchmere Lake with my old fella, fishing for roach on the pole at 30 metres. That's what we used to do when we were younger. We used to go after school for a few hours. I remember catching these roach. You have a lovely day, getting loads of bites, and it's one of my favourite venues. And to go with me, Dad, sitting there on the Hatchmere Lake, they were double pegs, you sit next to each other and have a good laugh, so that's where I'd go. Now my goals for the future, within match fishing, I want to obviously try and win a major final and still be competitive within the sports, to try and winning matches and getting into finals and stuff like that, but more importantly, just enjoying my fishing. Over lockdown, it made me realise that going fishing again, just to enjoy it and trying to hunt for, like, say a PB carp or fishing on a fly for trout, going with my old man, just having a good laugh and a good time on the bank, learning some different things and not being so competitive all the time is one thing I want to touch on in my goals of the future. I've actually really enjoyed going carp fishing, fly fishing, do a bit of tension, in the winter doing a bit of piking, just a nice release from matches all the time. So that's my goals, try and win the major final in my match fishing and be competitive. Obviously I want to be serious with that and keep improving, but more importantly just enjoying it. So I enjoy going my matches, enjoy fishing for a big fish and just enjoy being on the bank.